Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is AI Ninja, and today we'll be learning about modules, indentation, and comments. And we'll be writing our first line of code, so be excited and let's go. Now we are going to personalize our project. Personalize it by renaming it. So I'll click on the project name and then rename project from the file in the menu bar. And then I write my first project. Okay, done. So let's check if our project has been renamed. Now we are going to personalize our project. And then you see it has been renamed, which is cool. Now, so we're going to write our first line of code, which is print function print hello world. Okay, so I'm pretty sure some of you might have heard this, these words hello world, because it's a quite common term related to programming. And it's the most basic and the first line of code which is written by many of us. So we learn. So print here is a function. A function is similar to that of a, fu- a function on a calculator. Like there's an addition function, a subtraction function, and all of that jazz. A function is, it says it does what it says. It does a function. For example, print, prints the text enclosed in it. So the syntax now, so the syntax for print of print function is print open close, open bracket, close bracket. Now what is syntax? In Python, syntax is similar to the grammar of English. Like there are very specific punctuation, you can call them, you have to follow, or else the whole program will go wrong. And that is why I call Mr. Python Mr. Strict Pants, because he's so strict with all those punctuations. Even if we delete a close bracket like that, if we run the program. So now running a program, we do this to execute the program and get an output. We run the program by clicking on the green play button on the top right side of your screen, like here. So we click on that. Okay, see, we get an error. It's because the bracket was never closed. And Python can't assume that the bracket will close. Like we as humans can assume that this is a hello world is enclosed in brackets, but Python is too dumb for it. So yeah, we'll enclose it in brackets. Now let's run the code again, and we get hello world. So the print function prints hello world onto the as the output. So we wrote our first line of code. You should be proud of yourself. We took a mini step towards learning Python. Now we'll talk about indentation. So what is indentation really? Indentation refers to the space before a particular line. Yeah, it's a space. You might have heard of indentation in the Microsoft Word, where you use indent to make your document a little bit more fancier. So, in Python, indentation is used to indicate blocks or chunks of code, right? But in other languages, like in JavaScript, we use those flower brackets and then curly braces and all of that jazz to indicate blocks or chunks of a code. But in Python, we use indentation, which are spaces. In JavaScript, though, indentation is optional. We indent in JavaScript to make the code more, readable and simpler. In JavaScript, it's optional. But in Python, as it is Mr. Strict Pants, if we forget the indentation, the program will show us an error. Uh, so it doesn't use curly braces, which is a relief because the code looks too, too messy, which we don't want as beginners. I'm a beginner, so I don't want that. Obviously, I hope you are too. We are learning a lot. Um, Now, let's look at an example of indentation. You don't need to pay attention on the code and how it works right now because we learn about the code in our future videos. So, yeah, I'll type in that code and see you. Okay, so I'm back and I've typed in the code. So, I'm don't look at the code as a whole right now. Look and observe at the space given here. All of these don't have spaces, but here Python needs indentation. This is what indentation is. There are two spaces before the print statement. A line of code is called a statement. So before the print statement, there are two spaces. And we'll run this code and yeah, we get a normal output. Don't look at the output again, don't look at the code, just look at how indentation affects a code. So uh, let me remove the indentation which was there before and let me run the code. And you see there's an indentation error. So from this, we get to know that Python is Mr. Strict Pants again. Okay, so we finished indentation. Now we'll move on to modules. It depends on the clean language and how it is very much related to syntax. All of the functions are very similar to the English language. And one more constituent which constitutes your success is modules. You need to learn them because they are too cool. These modules are written in the core language, but you really don't need to, see that or even know it because you can access the power of the module, the function of the module from the basic core language. If you get what I said. If you don't worry, I'll give you an example. So, and modules, they are quite handy because you don't need to write like 50 lines of code. If someone already has created the function, you can access the code of the other person through modules. Where the person, uh, tests it and fine tunes the module and you can use it. That's mind boggling. So let's see an example of how these modules work. And have you ever heard of Magic Ball 8, the futuristic, the fortune teller ball? So I've typed in a code for it. I will type it out and I'll see you. So yeah, I've typed it out and I'll walk you through the code. Random here is the module name. And okay, random is the module name, and you don't really need to focus on the other parts of the code because we will learn the concept and I will learn it too with you guys. So don't get tensed and don't get frustrated. Frustration sucks. Yeah, it sucks. Okay, now, um, so random is the function here. Sorry. Oh, yeah. Random is the module here. So there are tens of lines of code behind the name random, which are written by any other person, which are written by another person. So these lines of code, we don't need to type them out because we have a module. We can import the module, which is random. Random is the module here. Importing random means you're calling random into your program, right? You're calling random into your program so that we can use it. Yeah. Next, we use random. Random's the module. In random, we have the function random. So this random function, it helps Python to generate numbers between the selected range. So this is the selected range 1 and 5. So we ask Python to generate a number between the range 1 and 5. So we ask Python with the help of this function. Random, which is in the module random, and random is written by another stranger out there in the internet helping us to learn about modules. Okay, so then Python generates it and then we'll try to run this code. Okay, where's the unexpected indent? No, yeah, here it is. See, I got an indentation error because I added a space here. So I'm telling you, Python is too strict. Too strict. He's Mr. Smarty Pants or Smarty Pants. Okay. Anyway, so let's run the program. I fixed the indentation error. And then they ask, will I be able to, so ask Magic 8 Ball a question. So I'm going to ask it, will I be able to run this program? Let's see what the answer. Outlook is good, really. So Randit asked Python to generate the number 2 here because 2, if it's 2, then we ask Python to print outlook is good. So the random number that was generated was 2. So I hope you had fun with this, program. I had a lot of fun. And now let's move on to our next and final topic. Our, and our next final topic is comments. So comments are quite interesting. And it is ironic that we'll be first learning comments. And you will know why after some time. Okay, so let's start. Now, just look and observe what I'm doing. I'm going to write, hey, this is the magic 8 ball program. Okay? And wait. Okay, sorry. I'm really sorry. And you see that Python is completely unaffected by the line which I've written here. It ignores it. It almost seems that it almost seems like it is ignoring it because there's no significant change in the program. It asks the same question again. There's no error. I mean, what is this? What's so different in this line, which is not there in the other lines of code? And if you're a keen observer, or maybe a code observer, you might notice that there's a hash symbol or a pound symbol before the comment. Now, why am I calling this a comment and not some random line of code? It's because it is before, it's after the pound symbol. So comments don't really make much difference in the code. They don't. They're just used by programmers and beginners. Especially for beginners, it's a God gift because we can explain the code, what the code is about in the code itself. I mean, how cool is that? So, Python ignores it, and we get to know that this is the program which imitates the magic 8 ball. Pretty cool, isn't it? And there's another way to write these cool comments. It's by using triple quotes. But generally, triple quotes are used to write multi-line comments. What is it? Multi-line comments. Multi-line, it does what it says. It helps us to write with like complete ease. You can write it on another line and it still continues. Themes. I don't know what I just wrote, but then. And I am enjoying it a lot. Okay, we just wrote a multi-line comment. Now, can't we write a comment which has the hash symbol before it, a multi-line one? Let's try it. Let's put a hash before it. And you see that it's not possible because it's only treating, hey, this is a Magic 8 ball program, but not, and I'm enjoying it a lot. So these triple quotes, okay, let me run it, and I'm pretty sure Python will show an error because this isn't a comment for it. Because hash isn't including and I'm enjoying it a lot as a comment. Okay, see, we got and I'm enjoying it a lot, invalid syntax. So, this is pretty neat. Triple quotes, we'll try it with triple quotes. Remember to close it with triple quotes too. And you will run it. And see, only triple quotes can be used to run multi-line comments. And thank you, and bye, and I'll see you in the next video, or episode 3.